Watch the floor, because you'll slip. Watch the floor. Jen! Just told you to watch the floor.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King about a woman who prematurely celebrated getting a divorce from a millionaire, which isn't a smart idea at all. Let's jump into it and see what happened.
When I started dating my boyfriend, he literally asked me, Liz, are you seeing other people? I'm like, yes, I'm dating other people.
She makes that statement as if it's somehow justifiable. What women like this don't understand is how this kind of behavior is unappealing to most men, but some people can only learn the hard way, I suppose.
You should be lucky to breathe the same air as me, honestly. You guys are beneath me. Walk away. Just don't be afraid to ask men for things. Like, men are literally not afraid to ask us for anything. They will ask you to take your clothes off in 2 seconds, so it doesn't matter. Ask them, give me money. Bruh, then just focus on yourself. And if you want to date other people. Why are you only dating one person? I don't get it. Like, why is literally one person your only option? I do not sit at empty tables. I sit at tables that are full. I don't need to bring anything else than my presence, my personality, who I am, and my beauty. I sit there and that's good enough for the guy.
These women have no idea how insulting they sound when they talk this way. They act like men were only put on this earth to entertain them, and they have no idea that this attitude will just ensure that they grow into cat ladies.
Oh my god, I'm officially divorced! Yes! Shake me. Oh my god! I'm officially primary custodian of the kids. What about the child support? That's it? Tony, that's crazy. Why? Are you kidding me? Now all of this financial burden with my children is on me? What? This is up.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
She got everything she wanted. She got the divorce, primary custody, and now she's just starting to realize that she's actually going to have to use her own money to support her own children, and she's freaking out about that.
It's not a competition, but if that man had to block you to move on, you win. You win.
Fellas, if this is their version of winning, let them win all day long.
What do you do for work?
Oh, I'm actually CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation.
That's so boring.
Her reply makes absolutely no sense, but she wants a bad boy so much that she'll judge a man's job as a reflection of his personality. Even if he has millions, if he didn't make it illegally, apparently he's too boring. Make it make sense, man.
What do you look for in a woman?
Oh, I just want a girl with a good heart, good personality, good intentions, and a woman that could be raising my future children in the future.
Do you like men or something? Did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to Harvard and I had a PhD and I had a full scholarship.
Ew, you're such a nerd.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among
What the hell are you playing? Turn this stupid song off. So, what do you do for work?
I'm a felon. I be robbing banks and shit, you know what I'm saying? I be trapping there, make money, get big, get money.
Oh my god, you're such a man.
And this is exactly how single mothers are born. The good men are ditched in exchange for men who will fill them with brief moments of excitement, followed by decades of regret.
On me.
What do you look for in a woman?
I need a big booty big.
Oh my god, you know exactly what you want.
Hell yeah.
Did you go to school?
I was the only one in my family who went to school. I dropped out of middle school.
I love an educated man. I love your music.
I'm divorcing my husband of 22 years.
Well, of course you are.
The fact that divorcing after decades of marriage is so common nowadays that people are just expecting to see it on TikTok, it looks like the vows mean nothing if the women don't feel like the way they should, apparently.
You're too old to be talking about it on TikTok, but let's continue.
And we've been separated for 3, and I've gone no contact with him for the last year.
Okay.
A little over a year.
All right.
Tell us more.
Have 529 plans, which he is holding hostage right now. So right now my children have loans taken out because this man refuses to let the 529 plans go. He's holding them hostage.
That's interesting.
It's pretty much common knowledge, but if a soon-to-be ex-wife feels the need to use extremely dramatic language like he's holding money hostage, then you know that she's lying through her teeth for sympathy.
So, currently, both of our children get paychecks to help with their housing for school.
They have 2 kids, 1 son, 1 daughter. They're both in college. They have 529 plans. 529 plan. I'm starting one for my kids, so this is how I know. It's like a tax saving account that you put money in for your kids' future and their education, and you can withdraw it for education. Tax-free growth, I think, like tax-free withdrawals, all that. Okay, he's withholding that from the kids, she says, but they're getting payments from the family company to help with housing.
So the kids are still in school, the father is taking care of their housing and other financials. Sounds like the kids are in good shape, so the 529s shouldn't be an issue. The kids are being looked after.
Also, holding the 529 plans hostage probably means that he's contributed most to them, and he doesn't want to give her control of it, the woman. We're going to see that later on in this video.
My daughter hasn't had any contact with him for about 2 years because she's still trying to deal with the betrayal of what her dad did.
Now she's bringing up betrayal, but she won't articulate what that betrayal actually was. But that's because he obviously didn't do anything wrong outside of not signing over all of his money to his wife.
So that's taking her some time. But this man has decided to completely stop paying her, giving her a paycheck from our family business. Our family business that we both started 20 years ago and has locked me out of this family business.
She just expects the internet to take her entire story as gospel, but if the father has stopped paying her money, then there's a reason for it, and it's not because he suddenly became evil overnight.
Here's another thing that, because you know, when you see these 80-year-old women getting online, following the trend of the 20-year-old women, you got to start asking the same thing you asked the 20-year-old women. How can someone lock you out of an account that you're, like, I cannot lock my wife out of our joint account. I cannot. My wife could never, like, if she wanted to, she couldn't get into my business accounts, right? And in fucking 50 years, if my wife got on the whatever form of TikTok we have at that point, was like, he's locked me out of our business account. No, I haven't. I'm just not letting you have anything out of it.
Modern ex-wives love to use dramatic language to try and demonize anybody that isn't them, but it's rather funny to see her crap be debunked by someone who has basic knowledge of how bank accounts actually work.
This is my business account. You see how they play with words? You can't get locked out of an account that's yours. They when you go to the bank and you have an account, they give you different options, and they told me and my wife, this was back before we had children. We had this account together. They were just like, either one of you could clean this out, and there's nothing either one of you could do about it. I need you to understand that. They told us that sitting in the bank. And we were essentially kids at the time. I was 25. She was 23, about to turn 24.
It's insane how these women think that they are entitled to money in a bank account that doesn't even have their names on it, but she will still try to claim that, you know, it's her money regardless.
You see what I'm saying? Like that, those are the... Anyone with a joint account, like me and my brother's company, neither of us can be locked out at any time. We're both owners of the company. Like, neither of us can be locked out of that account. Let's keep listening.
There's no income coming in for me from our family business. He is the only one that is taking any income from that.
If her name isn't on any of the company accounts, then it sounds like he was the one who started the business and he was the one who made it profitable, so there should be zero reason for her to be able to access his accounts.
So he gives our son a paycheck, but now has decided not to give our daughter one. So not only do I not have any funds, now my daughter has no funds. However, this is the thing that gets me. He gives our son a paycheck, but he also just bought our son a brand new 2025 Ford Mustang.
Ooh.
$75,000 cash.
She's making it sound like his son just got a car for virtually no reason. It's amazing how she has no problem throwing her own son under the bus like that. That's just insane.
He cold. He cold.
But refuses to give our daughter money for housing for her education.
That's okay. It's whatever.
The amount of financial abuse is insane.
Oh,
so
there
he
it
knows
goes.
that this is going to trickle down to me.
There it goes.
He knows I have no finances because he's holding all of our money hostage.
Shit.
I have no words.
If she has no income, that means that she has no job. And if she has no job, then the money she's referring to is her husband's money. But she still insists on calling it our money, even though she contributes nothing and takes credit for everything.
That old lady came on here looking good. She's well taken care of, sitting in a nice car. Did you see those seats? Talking about she ain't got no income. And let's talk about the daughter real quick, the mini mom. You've confused your daughter to stop talking to her father for the last 2 years. She doesn't go to work but expects a check. She doesn't even speak to the man who's supposed to be giving her a check and expects a check. Y'all can sit here and act like y'all don't understand that. But even at 70, men have feelings.
Any mother who weaponizes her own children just to spite the man she wants to divorce is seriously damaged. It is never okay to manipulate a child into hating their own father like that. She should be ashamed of herself.
You think you're going to ignore me for 2 years and I'm going to still pay for your college? I'm still going to give you money for an apartment that you're living in when you go to college? And you don't even work. I'm just supposed to do it? Daughter or not, that doesn't make sense. And there's a reason the son is still cool with the dad and the daughter isn't. It's because the daughter is closer to the mom. So she's seeing things from the mom's perspective. Let's just imagine that the man cheated on the mom. Yes, the children would feel like terrible about that. But not talking to him for 2 years? Also,
he brings up a solid point. She is intentionally leaving out details so that she doesn't have to admit that she is responsible for breaking up the family. That's why she has to be so dramatic with absolutely everything.
when you see these women get online and just start telling you all about this evil, evil man, and in the whole video, they don't say one thing that they did wrong, it's very easy to see that they're just trying to make him villain, them victim. There's not one thing in 22 years that you did that was crazy. You haven't done anything that caused the divorce or anything during the divorce that could be deemed as like some wild that like is crazy.
Apparently, every woman who divorces a millionaire was the perfect housewife. It was only when he suddenly changed after 20 years of marriage did she feel the need to get out of that unsafe environment, guys, and protect herself with her rich ex-husband's money, apparently.
It's all him. It's always that man. It's always... That's why there's so many women and men online who think that men are just evil and women are these innocent victims that get done wrong by men. You see how y'all form these narratives? This is insanity.
And this is one of the biggest reasons why we're in such a mess. Modern women have been convinced that no matter what they do, no matter how they act, that they are still the victims, and it's always the men's fault. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.